Malaysia is free to reject LGBT and other unsuitable Western influences. Malaysia-Thailand runs a 24-hour ICQs operation. Good evening. You're watching the evening edition of News on 2. I'm Adrian Seat. Western countries are often seen forcing other nations to accept what they practice, for example, pertaining to the ideology of communism, capitalism, socialism, and the lifestyle of lesbians, gay, bisexual, and transgender or LGBT community. Now, Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad says the LGBT lifestyle was a shift in the Westerners' moral values, and they wanted to force that lifestyle on other countries.
Kebebasan bermakna kita tidak perlu terima apa yang dicipta oleh mereka. Tetapi demikianlah tekanan mereka sehingga mereka mempengaruhi rakyat Malaysia sendiri. Termasuk setengah-setengah itu adalah orang Islam, orang Melayu. Supaya kononnya secara satu dari manifestasi kebebasan, kita mesti terima hak mereka ini melakukan apa yang dilakukan di Barat. Di Barat mereka sudah tidak lagi patuh kepada nilai hidup lama mereka. Sekarang ini mereka percaya bahawa apa yang diharamkan dulu oleh mereka dan agama mereka, sekarang ini mereka menolak itu dan mereka nak kita juga menolak.
The Premier said this before concluding his three-day working visit to the United Kingdom. During his three-day working visit to the UK, Tun Dr. Mahathir was accompanied by Foreign Minister Dato' Saifuddin Abdullah and Youth and Sports Minister Syed Saddiq Abdul Rahman. Economic Affairs Minister Dato' Sri Muhammad Azmin Ali has given his statement to the police pertaining to the viral sex video controversy that has been linked to him. The minister's lawyer, N. Surendran, said that Dato' Sri Azmin gave his statement to the police to assist them in their investigations. Commenting further, Surendran said that the minister's office had been contacted by police on Sunday, June the 16th, to record his statement as part of the investigation. He said that there are obvious signs of an organized and systematic attempt to discredit and bring down the minister with this false and malicious attack. He also said the perpetrators had access to leaked personal data of party members, sophisticated means, and a clear political agenda. Surendran added that they trusted the police to get to the bottom of this case soon to identify and take action against the culprits according to law. Dato' Sri Muhammad Azmin had on Wednesday last week vehemently denied the allegation by an individual who attempted to link him in a sex video, calling it a plot to assassinate his reputation and character in an attempt to destroy his political career.
Months ago, based on the
Deputy Prime Minister Dato' Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail has denied claims that she will be stepping down as Deputy Prime Minister and make way for her husband, Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim. She dismissed a senior Selangor Bersatu leader's call for Dato' Sri Anwar to be given the post of Deputy Prime Minister as part of the power transition.
Saya ingat tidak berbangkit sebab kita dah janji bahawa Perdana Menteri Tun Dr. Mahathir, saya timbalan Perdana Menteri. Masa saya ambil alih, masa Saudara Anwar mengambil alih sebagai Presiden Parti pun tidak ada perbezaan. Jadi saya dah katakan bila Anwar jadi Perdana Menteri, saya step down. No issue.
The Deputy Premier said this when met on the sidelines of the Cyber Defence Conference at the Federal Capital. Recently, Jeram Assemblyman Muhammad Syed Rusli said Dato' Sri Anwar becoming the Deputy Prime Minister was a necessary step for him to succeed Tun Dr. Mahathir as Prime Minister. Otai Reformists, a pro-Anwar group, has also urged Tun Dr. Mahathir to step down so that Dato' Sri Anwar can become the next Premier. On another note, Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah said Malaysia is looking forward to the thorough report from Egypt on the cause of its former president Mohamed Mursi's death. She stressed that Malaysia acknowledged the statement by Egypt's public prosecutor, but was still concerned with the numerous reports by human rights bodies about the treatment of Mursi prior to his passing. Elaborating further in a Twitter posting, the Deputy Premier said Mr. Mursi was the first democratically elected president of Egypt following the 2011 Arab Spring Revolution, whose term was abruptly ended after 12 months. She tweeted that during his tenure as president, Mr. Mursi showed courage and moral fortitude in his attempt to lead Egypt away from decades of authoritarian rule and establish a true democracy there. Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah added that the death of Mursi was a great loss for democracy. In an earlier tweet, Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah also said that she was deeply saddened by the passing of Mursi and extended her deepest condolences to his family and people of Egypt. Mursi, 67, died on Monday during his trial on espionage charges. He had requested to speak during the session before he fainted and died. Communications and Multimedia Minister Gobind says internet connectivity will not be a luxury but listed as a utility. He said the government feels internet services are important to increase the rakyat's productivity and needs in the country. Realizing this, Gobind said the government introduced various initiatives to upgrade and increase broadband connectivity through the National Fiberization and Connectivity Plan, which was announced on October of last year.
This somewhat ambitious 5-year plan has seen positive initial results. Firstly, through the double the speed and half the price initiative, which saw fixed broadband prices reduced by 35% to 55% at the end of last year. Encouragingly, demand, ladies and gentlemen, for fixed broadband prices increased by 21.7%, enabling more people to be connected to high-speed fixed broadband.
The minister said this in his speech during the launching of Malaysia Technology Week 2019 at the Federal Capital. Gobind added that the government also recognizes the importance of telecommunications companies' service qualities to allow the country to succeed in its digital agenda. The government welcomes any initiative which will be taken and have been taken by the private sector in efforts to reduce the number of road accidents in the country. Transport Minister Anthony Loke said apart from ensuring the safety of workers at their working place, private employers should also create awareness on the aspect of road safety.
Kita sentiasa ada audit terhadap syarikat-syarikat bas kilang dan juga bas-bas yang lain. Tetapi penting juga pihak kilang sendiri mengambil berat juga supaya mereka ada proses mereka untuk melantik kontraktor ataupun pihak pembekal pengendali bas yang betul-betul berwibawa dan menekankan aspek keselamatan. Jadi ini sesuatu memerlukan kerjasama daripada semua pihak.
Loke said this after launching the Work and Road Safety Program at SKF Bearing Industries Malaysia Sdn Bhd in Nilai Seremban today. The minister noted that at least 6,000 to 7,000 people are killed every year caused by road accidents. A total of almost 7,000 people died in road accidents in 2017. The Kelantan Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency or MMEA detained 17 foreign fishermen and 4 boats from Vietnam for fishing illegally in the country's waters from January to June of this year. Its acting director, Maritime Commander Ismail said the agency also seized assets worth about 2 million ringgit, including fish, boats and fishing equipment. Now, Ismail said they were detained while fishing illegally between 60 to 100 nautical miles from Tok Bali Beach, Pasir Putih.
Sekarang ni kita masih lagi membuat operasi di mana kita sentiasa membuat pemantauan daripada bulan 5, bulan 6 dan bulan 7. Kita akan buat scrap pemantauan yang bolehlah untuk mengelak daripada bot-bot nelayan asing yang datanglah.
Ismail said MMEA would tighten its control from May until July, as the period would be the focus of foreign fishing boats to invade the country's waters due to plenty of supply of fish and squid along the waters of Kelantan, Terengganu and Pahang during that time. He said the use of existing assets, namely 2 ships and 4 patrol boats, would be maximized to control and monitor 27,637 nautical miles of Kelantan waters. Ismail said this after attending the Hari Raya Aidilfitri celebration in Kelantan, Bacho. The Kedah Immigration Department nabbed 21 illegal immigrants of various nationalities during an integrated operation called Op Kutip. The operation was carried out at the business premise in the vicinity of Sungai Petani and Alostar yesterday. Kedah Immigration Director Zuhair Jamaluddin, in a statement, said the illegals involved comprise of Indonesians as well as nationals from Bangladesh, India and Myanmar. The immigrants are all aged between 20 and 50 years old. Preliminary investigations found that the illegal immigrants committed offences under Section 15, subsection 1 of the Immigration Act 1959-1963, subsection 155 Act. All of them were detained in the immigration lockup of the Home Ministry building before they will be handed over to the Belante Immigration Detention Depot in Singh. A furniture shop was 80% destroyed in a fire that occurred in Sabindo, Tawau yesterday evening. Fortunately, the flames which engulfed the 1,200 square foot shop did not cause any injuries nor casualties. Now, according to a statement by the Sabah Fire and Rescue Department, the Tawau Fire and Rescue Station received a distress call regarding the fire at 6:29 p.m. yesterday. 14 firefighters led by Fire Chief Sharudi Delamin and 4 fire engines were rushed to the scene, located only 1 kilometer from the station. Firefighters successfully got the fire under control by 6:50 p.m. and the operation concluded at 7:29 p.m. Coming up, AirAsia X looking to expand into Europe. That story up next. Stay with us. Malaysia and Thailand have commenced a 24-hour operations at Immigration, Customs, Quarantine and Security or ICQs, Bukit Kayu Hitam and Customs, Immigration and Quarantine, CIQs, SADO, in an effort to further enhance connectivity, investment and flow of trade between the two countries. The 24-hour operations, which will be conducted for a 3-month trial period, will involve only cargo and goods movement carried out by trucks and heavy vehicles, and they are only allowed to pass through the complex after midnight. Meanwhile, Deputy Foreign Minister Dato' Marzuki Yahya said the two governments have also agreed to establish an evaluation team to measure the effectiveness of the 24-hour operations during the 3-month trial period.
Continue to promote and facilitate cross-border trade and investment that would be a benefit to the local living along the border of both countries, improve their living conditions and help develop long-term development plan in this area.
Advisor to the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Thailand, Chai Siri Anaman, also said this initiative will further facilitate cross-border trade and logistics, lessen traffic congestion at the checkpoint, and facilitate around-the-clock coordination between border control agencies. Malaysia and Thailand have strong bilateral cooperation in various sectors, including trade and investment. Thailand is Malaysia's 5th largest trading partner. Total bilateral trade between the two countries in 2018 was 105.36 billion ringgit, with border trade alone accounting more than 60% of the total trade. Oil and gas industry players are called upon to use the latest technology to enhance the quality of their products and services offered. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said investments in the new technology will ensure that they remain competitive in the global market.
Whichever industry we are in, new technology is fundamentally changing the way we live, work and play. This is no different in the oil and gas industry. Indeed, the maturing Industry 4.0 technologies are lowering the cost of technological adoption and encouraging new production models that are disrupting the oil and gas sector.
Lim said this at the opening ceremony of the 17th Asian Oil, Gas and Petrochemical Engineering Exhibition in Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre today. He explained that only oil and gas sources can no longer guarantee long-term economic development. The OGA will begin from the 18th of June to the 20th at KLCC and showcases cutting-edge technology and exhibits in the oil and gas industry. Around 2,000 companies from 60 countries are participating in this year's event, and it is expected to attract over 23,000 trade and professional visitors. AirAsia X is looking into expanding its market and does not discount the possibility of re-entering the European market. AirAsia X Berhad Chairman Tan Sri Rafida Aziz said before the company makes any decision, it needs to consider various factors including the operational costs and the projected revenue. Elaborating further, Tan Sri Rafida Aziz said that they must also look at the total picture, whether it can meet the challenges such as the changes in oil prices, the various taxes in Europe airports and so on. She also said that the new planes, which use more efficient engines, it would give added flexibility to the company to strategies and give better returns to its shareholders. On when the aircraft would be in operation, she said it will be decided by the board of directors based on the proposal by the management. Meanwhile, AirAsia X Group Chief Executive Officer Nada Buranasiri said that the delivery of the A330neo aircraft would be in phases. Buranasiri said that it would be the first aircraft next month, while the second aircraft would be delivered in August to be based in its Thailand hub, Don Muang International Airport in Bangkok. Coming up in sports, Sanchez strikes as Copa holders Chile trash Japan. On to sports. The Badminton Association of Malaysia, or BAM, have started their aggressive hunt for a new Lee Chong-wei after his expected retirement announcement last week. Now, however, BAM coaching director Wong Chung Han felt that there remains a sense of emptiness during training sessions at Academy Badminton Malaysia in Bukit Kiara.
Bagi kita memang simboliknya memang kita rasa macam ada sebab kekurangan lah. Tapi untuk pemain-pemain dan juga jurulatih sekalian, memang kita sudah bersedialah untuk terus berjuang dan berlatih bersungguh-sungguh untuk pemain supaya kita boleh teruskan dan cuba membangkitkan lagi kegemilangan badminton Malaysia lah.
As his aura in the world of badminton remains strong, the existing national lineup will need to buck up as there is a one-year period for them to qualify for next year's Tokyo Olympics, and for each of them who should start to focus on the 10 tournaments that they will be playing in to achieve their dream of featuring in the Olympics. Chung Han has said earlier that there are a few young players in the training squad that the coaches need to focus on to produce another top-class men's singles player, namely Sung Ju-ven, Cham Jun-wei, and other young and up-and-coming players. BAM President Dato Sri Norza Zakaria has said that Chong-wei's retirement should be an inspiration to these young players to follow in his footsteps. And that item concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, Malaysia is free to reject LGBT, other unsuitable Western influences. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more news updates. I'm Adrian Seat. Stay tuned to TV2. Have a pleasant evening. Thanks for watching.